Hi guys, welcome. My name is Donna. I'm going to be taking us through a mat Pilates exercise today. All you're going to need for today is a band and a block. Optional to have 2 bands. I forgot my second band, so I'll only be using 1. And you also don't need the block. It is optional. The band, probably a little bit harder to step out. We are going to get started lying down on our backs. Just extend your legs out long onto your mat. Find a comfortable position. Let your palms rest wherever feels most natural. Take a big inhale through your nose. And a big exhale, push all of the air out like you're blowing air out of a straw. Inhale, breathing into your back and the sides of your body, feeling your ribs expand. And exhale, push the air out as you feel your ribs knit together, your side body gets smaller. Inhale, creating space between your ribs. And as you exhale, feel the space close, feel your ribs get closer together. 2 more breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Last one, big inhale. And big exhale. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Full body stretch, reaching through your fingertips and your toes. Exhale, hug your right knee into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze. Pull your right knee down toward your chest. And then use your right hand to open your right knee out to the right side. Feel the opening in your hip. Take a big inhale. And then use your exhale to pull your right knee across your body and over to the left side. Switch hands. Left hand is under your knee. Right arm opens up to a goalpost or a T as you pull your right knee down and over to the left side. Gaze goes over your right shoulder for a nice twist. For 3, for 2, on 1, exhale, lift your leg back up through center. Keep your right knee where it is, let your palms rest down at your sides, extend your right leg up toward the ceiling, and just point and flex your toes. Really pulling your toes down toward your face as you flex, and reaching them up for the sky as you point. Point and flex for 3. For 2, on 1, hold the point as you lower the leg to hover an inch off the mat, and exhale as you flex and lift it right back up. Inhale as you point and lower, exhale as you flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 3, exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 2, exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 1. Exhale, flex and lift and hold. Bend your right knee and lift your left leg to tabletop. Find your figure 4, planting your right ankle over your left knee. Hands interlace behind your left knee and pull your left knee down toward your face. You should feel the opening all in the back side of your right leg. And I'm super sore, so this feels so good. We're here for 3, for 2. On 1, release your left leg down to the mat. Right leg extends up to the ceiling. Walk your hands up your right leg. Take a big inhale. And then exhale, bend your elbows, float your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Hold the stretch here. For 3. Try to keep your right leg as straight as you can, straightening that knee. For 2. On 1, lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Release your right leg down to the mat. Reach both arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze. Use your left hand to open your left knee out to the left side, opening up through that hip. Big inhale, and then exhale, we cross over to the right side. Right hand comes to the left knee. Left arm opens out to a goalpost or a T. Gaze goes over the left shoulder. For 3, for 2, on 1, exhale, lift it back up through center. Hug your knee into your chest and then extend your leg up to the ceiling. Let your palms rest down at your sides, and we're just pointing and flexing the toes. Flexing back toward the face and pointing up to the sky. Keeping your left knee as straight as you can. For 2. Last one, we hold the point as we point and lower the leg to hover, and exhale, flex to lift. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 3. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower for 2. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, points and lower for 1. Exhale, flex and lift and hold. Bend your left knee, lift your right leg to tabletop. Left ankle comes to your right knee, hands interlaced behind your right knee. Inhale and exhale, pull your right knee down toward your face. Both feet are flexed. This time we're feeling it in the backside of our left leg. For 3, for 2. On 1, release your right leg long, left leg goes up to the ceiling. Walk your hands up your left leg. Take an inhale, and then exhale, bend your elbows, flow your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Holding the stretch for 3, for 2. On 1, lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Release both legs down to the mat. Reach both arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, lift your arms up above your chest. Tuck your chin, and slowly peel yourself up off the mat. Driving through your heels, keeping them down on the mat. Keep your spine curved. Reach for your toes. And we're going to stack our spine nice and tall. Arms go up overhead. And then arms lower to shoulder height as we tuck and lower back down to the mat. So we're finding the tall spine after the forward fold this time. So you inhale, reach. Exhale, dive it straight through. Reaching for your toes. Roll it up. Tall spine. Inhale. And round and lower back down. Inhale, your arms reach up overhead. Exhale, your arms lift up above your chest. Tuck your chin, and if you need more stability, you can always open your legs a little bit wider. Reach for your toes. Roll it up. Arms come high. Arms go low as we tuck and lower down. 1 vertebrae at a time. 2 more just like that. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive it forward. Reach for your toes. Stack and lift it up. Arms go high. Round and lower it back down. Inhale up, last one. Exhale, dive it forward, and we're going to hold in the forward fold. Enjoying the stretch here. Maybe you flex your feet. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Interlace your hands behind your low back. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, press your arms up and over, opening up through your shoulders. For 3, for 2. On 1, lower your arms back down. 1 more. Take an inhale. Exhale, press your arms up and over. And lower it back down. Slowly roll it all the way up. Go ahead and grab that band. We're going straight into our core. The band is going to come just below your right knee. Right leg is going to be in tabletop. Left leg is long. And your right palm is in the band. So I don't want your fingertips in the band where you're breaking your wrist. I want your palm in the band so you can use the full force of your hand. Your left hand is coming behind your neck for support. Take a big inhale. Exhale, crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat. Press into the band and lower it back down. Inhale. Exhale, we crunch. We're lifting from the core, not the neck. Press into the band and lower it back down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Press, release, and lower. Make sure that you're letting your head hang heavy in your hands. So you're lifting with your core and not bending your neck to lift. Exhale, lift, press, and lower back down. Check in with that right leg. You have a 90-degree angle. So your ankle is in line with your knee. Inhale, exhale, lift, press, and lower back down. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, crunch, press, and lower back down. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, lift, press, and lower. This time, as you press into the band, your left leg is going to lift straight up and stack over your hips. Take an inhale. Exhale, press, left leg lifts. Inhale, left leg lowers. You release the band. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, crunch and lift. Really press into that band. You'll feel it in your core. Inhale, lower. Maybe you add the point and flex. Flex as you lift. Point as you lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower. We're here for 4 more. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift for 3. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift for 2. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift for 1 and hold. We're holding at the top, holding that press in the band, just the left leg. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. We're here for 5. See if you can crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up another inch. Keep your shoulder blades up off the mat. Last 3. You're still pressing into that band. Check in with your right leg for 2. Last 1. Hold it low. We're pressing into the band for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Stay with the press on 1. Pulse the crunch. 10, 9, 8, 7. This follower always burns. We're here for 3, 2, 1. Bend it in and lower it down. Before you can even think about it, switch over to the other side. We're placing the band just underneath the left knee. Left leg is in tabletop. Right leg is long. Right hand is behind your neck for support. Move this block out of my way. Take a big inhale. Exhale, crunch your head, neck, and shoulders up off the mat and hold. Press down into the band and lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, crunch and lift. Press down into the band. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Press, release, and lower. Check in with your crunch. Make sure that you're lifting by pulling your ribs down and toward your hips, not by bending your neck. So notice how my neck does not change positions. It's following the movement of the center of my body. Exhale, crunch. Press and lower. We're here for 3 more. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Press and lower. Last 2. Exhale to lift. Press and lower. And make sure that palm of your left hand is in the band, not your fingers. Last 1. Exhale, lift. Press and lower. This time as we crunch, we're going to lift the right leg straight up over your hip and press into the band. Inhale. Exhale, crunch and lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, lower. This one is where the burn starts. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press and lift. Leg stacks over your hip. Inhale, lower. Maybe you add the point and flex. Inhale, lower. Flex as you lift. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex to lift. Inhale, point and lower. Last 2. Exhale, flex to lift. Inhale, point and lower. Last 1. Flex and lift and hold. We're holding at the top, just the right leg. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Right leg, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. We're here for 6. You're still pressing into the band with your left palm. Last 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Make sure that you're not bending your neck. Your head is heavy in your hands. Last 1. Inhale, lower and hold. Just press into the band. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Hold the band, pulse the crunch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend it back in through center. Go ahead and remove the band. Hug your knees into your chest. Maybe windshield wiper your legs. Drop them from side to side. Release your low back, your core, and your spine. For 3, for 2, on 1. When you're ready, go ahead and grab that band. It's coming just above your knees. And you're grabbing your block. It's going to come long ways in between your feet. So that means that the long side of the block is going to align with the big toe side of your foot, and it's going to be flat. So it's short. Long ways in between your feet. Palms are pressing down into the earth. Nice and simple to start. Make sure that your feet are hips width distance. Toes are pointing forward, so they're not rotating out. They're not rotating in. And make sure that you have a little bit of space in between your knees, so you should have slight pressure in the band, so my knees are not knocked together and touching. Palms are pressing into the earth. Take a big inhale. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under and slowly roll it up to the top of your bridge. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Pause at the top on this first one. Check in with your bridge. I want you to make sure that we're not arching our back and lifting, flaring out your ribs. Your shoulder blades stay down on the mat. Your ribs hug down and together. Your tailbone is tucked under. So in Pilates, our bridge does not lift all the way up like in yoga. We stay nice and low. And if I were to place a marble at the top of your knee, it would roll all the way down and back to your face. It wouldn't have to go over any bumps. We're here for 1 more breath in. On your breath out, lower it all the way back down. 3 more just like that. Take an inhale, exhale, lift and squeeze your glutes at the top. Inhale, melt it back down 1 vertebrae at a time. 2 more. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower it down. Last one. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower it back down. This time we're planting our right foot onto the block. Left leg is going long onto the mat. Palms are resting down at your side. You're going to drive through your right foot as your left leg lifts and your hips lift. Take an inhale, exhale, lift. Left leg stacks over your hips. Pause at the top. Left leg is going to stay extended up as you melt your hips back down to the mat. 1 vertebrae at a time. When your hips touch, your left leg lowers. Take an inhale. Exhale to lift. Squeeze your glute. And then slowly melt it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, left leg lowers. Exhale, left leg lifts. And we melt it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. And melt 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. See how slow you can make it. Inhale, exhale, lift, squeeze that right glute as you melt back down to your mat with control, and lower the left leg. We're here for 3 more. Exhale, lift and squeeze, melt it back down to your mat and lower your leg. Exhale, lift and squeeze and lower it back down with control. Last one. Exhale, lift and squeeze and melt it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Now the ball of your left foot is coming onto the mat. So your left foot is in a forced arch. We're going to exhale, lift both hips up, find your bridge, extend your left leg straight, bend at your left knee, plant the ball of your left foot down to the mat, and lower your hips. Exhale, lift and squeeze, firm up your weight in your right side, extend your left leg up, plant the ball of your left foot down, and lower your hips. Exhale, lift and squeeze, extend it up, plant, and lower. Exhale, lift, extend, plant, and lower. Exhale, lift, extend, plant, and lower. For 5, extend, plant, and lower. Last 4, extend, plant, and lower. For 3, extend, plant, and lower. Last 2, extend, plant, and lower. Last 1, extend, and hold. We're holding at the top, single leg bridge. Tap both hips down to the mat. Left leg doesn't move, left leg stays up. We're driving through our palms. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. We're here for 4. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. And remember, if you don't have the block, your foot is just down on the mat. You don't need it. Exhale, lift for 2. Exhale, hold the lift on 1, just the left leg. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. You're driving through that right heel. Keep your right hip lifted. We're squeezing into that right glute. We're only here for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. For 3. Exhale, lift. Use your palms to keep your hips lifted. Make sure that you're not flaring out your ribs. Last 1, we hold the leg extended up. Pulse your hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Melt it all the way back down to your mat. That one is never easy. Maybe windshield wiper your legs. 1 more time. Your right glute should be on fire. Go ahead and plant both feet to either side. We're going to press into our palms and rise up. Scoot your hips back. I want you to find the position where your legs are extended straight and your palms are resting down at your sides. So my hips are slightly behind my hands. And when I roll forward onto my heels, you find 2 90-degree angles with your knees and a 90-degree angle with your arms and your upper body. So make sure that you have your legs and your hips in that position to lift. Take a big inhale. Lift your hips up off the mat. Exhale, swing it up and squeeze your glutes at the top. Inhale, swing it back. Exhale, lift, squeeze your glutes at the top. Inhale, lower. Exhale, swing and lift. We're here for 5. Exhale, lift. So the movement really is coming from my feet. I'm pressing back into my heels, and then I'm bending my bending my knees and swinging forward, pressing back through my heels, and then bending my knees and swinging forward. Last two, back and swing it forward. Last one, back, swing it forward and hold. Just the left leg is lifting. Left leg lifts to tabletop. Left toes tap down. Exhale, left leg lifts. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. We're here for 5. You're squeezing through that right glute, keeping lifted for 4. Exhale, lift for 3. Exhale, lift for 2. Hold the lift on 1. We're going to bend into our elbows. Your knee bends in. Press into your elbows, straighten your arms, drive your left foot forward. Bend into your elbows, little tricep press as you exhale, lift. Inhale, we lower and bend. Exhale, we lift and straighten. Inhale, we lower and bend. We're here for 5. And in. Press and lift for 4. You should feel it in your triceps and in that right glute that's still working. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. We bend it in and hold. Just pulse the tricep press for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it back down to your mat. Go ahead and lift up. Reach both arms up to the sky. Maybe grab onto your left wrist. Pull over to the left side. Gaze goes under the left shoulder. And switch sides. Grab onto the right wrist. Pull over to the left side. Back up through center. Go ahead and move that block out of the way. I'm going to flip around so that my back is not facing you guys, but you don't have to. You can just roll onto your side. If you have 2 bands, you're going to leave the band above your knee. If you only have 1 band, you're going to take that band and it's going to come around the sole of your foot. So 2 bands, you have a band here and a band here. 1 band, just the band around the sole of your foot. We're going to lower down onto our left side. Right knee is bent. Left leg is going to extend out long. Your hand is in the band. The sole of your foot is in the band. Check in with your upper body. I want us to always make sure that we're not sinking down into our side body and we're not rolling back. Hips are dialed forward. I'm pressing away from the earth with my elbow and engaging my obliques to keep my side body lifted. Bend, bend, not bend. We're going to lower the leg and then exhale, lift it right back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale to lift. We're here for 5. Exhale, lift. For 4. Exhale, lift. Your upper body should be completely still. It's just the leg and it's a lateral lift, so my hips stay dialed forward. If I roll my hips back, then we're doing a front lift. And I want to engage those side glutes here. Last 1. Hold the lift. We're going to bend our right knee into our chest. Hold onto that band and press back into the band. Right foot is flexed as you press. Inhale, bend it in. Exhale, press back into the band. Inhale, bend it in. Exhale, press back into the band. Inhale in. Check in with your upper body. You're still pressing into your left elbow. Your left obliques are engaged so that you're not sinking down into your shoulder. Press it back. Last 4 in. Exhale, back. For 3. Exhale, back. For 2. Exhale, when you press, you're squeezing your right glute. Last 1. Press it back and hold. We're going to sweep our right leg forward so that it's in line with your hip. Pause here. Row your right elbow toward your ribs. Pull into the band. Release. Sweep it back. Bend your knee in and extend. So we sweep it forward. Row the band. Release. Sweep it back. Bend your knee in and extend. Sweep it forward. Row the band and release. Sweep it back. Bend your knee in and extend. We go forward. Row. Release. Go back. Bend it in. Extend. We're here for 4 more. In. Extend. Forward. Pull it back and release. For 3. In. Extend. Forward. Back. Release. For 2, in, press it back, extend, sweep it forward, row, and release. And when you're rowing that band, I want you to really make sure that you're hugging your elbow into your rib, you're squeezing your shoulder blade back. We're gonna do just the row. We both in and release, foot is flexed, in and release. So notice how my elbow stays to my side. Check in with your upper body, make sure that you're not sinking down. I was there for a moment. We're here for 5. Pull it back for 4. Pull it back for 3. Pull it back for 2. Last one, and go ahead and remove the band from your left, what is this? My right foot. Now the band is going to come underneath your left palm and it's staying in your right hand. If you have that band above your knees, it's staying where it is. We're going to exhale, lift our hips up off the mat, row the band across your chest, and inhale, lower. Exhale, row the band, lift your hips, inhale, lower. So your left foot stays down as a kickstand as we lift the hips and row. Inhale, lower. If lifting your hips is too much, you can always keep your hips down and just row and lift that left leg. You row and lift the hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, roll and lift for 5. Inhale, lower. Exhale, roll and lift for 4. And make sure when you lower, you're lowering with control. You're not just flopping your hips down. Last 3. Inhale, lower. Last 2. Inhale, lower. Last 1. We're going to hold the lift and just row the band for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the press on 1. We're lifting that right leg up off the mat. Pulse it up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Whether your hips are down or up, we're pulsing the leg for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your hips back down to the mat, and we're thankfully done on this side, and we can move on to the other side. At this point, your right glute should be on fire. I'm laying back down the same direction so that when I flip, my back is not facing you guys. You guys don't have to do all this flipping around. We're starting from the bridge. Band is going to come back just above your knees if you had to remove it because you only have one like me. We're planting our palms down into the mat, going straight from our regular bridges, tucking your tailbone under and slowly rolling up to the top of your bridge. Squeeze your glutes at the top. Your right glute should feel it more than your left, but we'll even that out in just a minute. And we lower it back down. Take an inhale. Exhale as you roll it up. And lower it back down. One more like this. Inhale. Exhale to lift. And lower it back down. Now we're planting our left foot on the block. Right foot is extending out forward in front of us on a mat. We're driving through our left heel, driving through those palms. They're there for stability. Exhale, lift. Right leg swings up over your hip. Slowly melt it down to your mat. Right leg stays up. When your hips touch, your right leg lowers. Take an inhale. Exhale, swing and lift. Foot is flexed. Point, and we lower it back down. And then lower the leg. Exhale, lift. Squeeze your glute. Point your toe. Melt it down one vertebrae at a time. And lower your leg. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Point and melt it down. Last 3. I had to think about that for a second. And slowly melt it down. For 2. Exhale, lift and squeeze. And melt it down. Last 1. Exhale, lift and squeeze. And melt it back down. Now the ball of your right foot is coming onto the mat. Your left foot stays onto the block. We're going to tuck our tailbone under. Press and lift. Squeeze your glute. Firm up your weight in the left side of your body. Extend your right leg straight up. Ball of your right foot comes down and your hips lower down. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Extend it up. Plant and lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Extend, plant, and lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Extend, plant, and lower. We're here for 5. Extend, plant, and lower. For 4, extend, plant, and lower. For 3, extend, plant, and lower. Last 2, extend, plant, and lower. Last 1, extend and hold. Just the hips move. We're lowering down to the mat, keeping your right leg extended up. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. We're here for 5. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Keep that right leg extended up. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, hold the lift on 1, just the right leg. Inhale, lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Inhale, point and lower. Exhale, flex and lift. Use your palms. Keep your hips lifted. Don't let them sink down. You're driving through that left heel. We're here for 4. Exhale, lift. For 3. Exhale, lift. Last 2. Exhale, lift. Last 1. Exhale, lift and hold. Pulse your hips up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1. Melt it back down to your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Give them a tight squeeze. Maybe windshield wiper your legs. The hip circles are kind of hard with the band. We're planting our feet onto the mat and rolling ourselves up, finding our position for our little crab swings or reverse tabletop swings, whatever you want to call them. Palms are pressing down into the mat. I like to have them slightly in front of my hips because when I lift up, that's where I find those 2 90-degree angles. We're floating our hips up off the mat, swinging it forward, squeezing both glutes at the top, and swinging it back. Exhale, lift and squeeze both glutes. Inhale, roll it back. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 4. Inhale, back. Exhale, lift and squeeze for 3. Inhale, back. Now we're feeling it in both glutes for 2. Inhale, back. Last 1. Hold the lift. Just the right leg lifts to tabletop and tap your toes. Lift and squeeze and tap. Try not to let your hips drop. Keep a straight line from your knee to your shoulder. Lift and tap for 4. Pull it in for 3. Last 2. I hope you guys can't hear those airplanes. Last 1. Hold it. Lift it in tabletop. We're bending our elbows, lowering down. Exhale, press and lift. Extend the leg. Inhale, bends it in and lower. Exhale, press and lift. Inhale, bends it in and lower. Exhale, press to lift. You're here for 5. Exhale, lift. For 4. Exhale, lift. Make sure that you're not letting your elbows flare out. They're pressing back and straightening. Last 2. Exhale, lift. Last 1. Press it out. Bend it in and hold. Bend your elbows. Tiny pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it down to your mat. Go ahead and move that block out of the way. If you have just the one band, it's coming to the sole of your left foot this time. If you have the 2 bands, you're keeping it above your knees and adding the other band to the sole of your left foot. We're laying down on our right side. Right elbow is coming underneath your right shoulder. Left leg is long, right knee is bent. Check in with your upper body. We're not sinking down, hip rolled back. We're facing forward and pressing into your elbow. We're going to start with just the leg lifts. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze that left glute as you lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and squeeze. We're here for 5. Exhale, lift. For 4. Exhale, lift. For 3. Exhale, lift. Last 2. Exhale, lift. Last 1. Exhale, lift and hold. Bend and extend. We bend the knee into our chest. Exhale, press it back and squeeze your glute. Inhale, bend it in. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, bend it in. Exhale, press it back. And you're really thinking about squeezing your left glute as you press it back to the back of the room and bending it back in. Check in with your upper body. Make sure that you're not sinking down into your shoulder. You're lifting up with your obliques. We're here for 3 more. Bend it in. Exhale, press it back. For 2. Exhale, press it back. Last one. Exhale, press it back and hold. Now we're sweeping the leg forward. Pause with your leg in line with your hip. Row the band back. We're squeezing our elbow into our side, squeezing your shoulder blade. Release, sweep it back, bend your knee in, and press it back. So we sweep it forward, pull the band back, release, sweep it back, bend your knee in, and press it back. Sweep it forward, row, release, sweep it back, bend, and extend. We're here for 5. Forward, row, release, back, bend, and extend. For 4, forward, check in with your upper body, make sure that you're not sinking down into your shoulder. You also want to check that your elbow's under your shoulder and not too far away, because if your elbow is far away from your body, you're going to automatically start dumping into your shoulder. Bend it in and press it back. Last 2, forward, row, release, back, bend it in, and press it back. Last one, forward and hold just the row. In and back. In and back. Really squeeze your shoulder blade at the back and release. You're here for 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. Last 2. Last 1. Go ahead and release the band from the sole of your left foot. Left leg goes long. Big toe side of your left foot is down on the mat. Band comes underneath your right palm this time. We're rowing the band and lifting the hips and lowering back down. We row and lift and lower. You can also twist the band if it's a little bit long for you. If you're not super tall, row and lift and lower. My band is pretty tight this morning, so I think we're good. Exhale, lift your hips as you row the band. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 4. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 3. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift for 1 and hold. Just pulse the band for 10, 9, 8, 7. You'll feel it in both shoulders. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Hold the pull on 1. Just the left leg is going to lift off the mat. Pulse it up for 10, 9. Remember, you can do this with your hips up or down. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower it back down to the mat. And we are done with the hard part of class today. Let's go ahead and just sit up for a stretch, get rid of the band. Meet me in a comfortable seat. Take a big inhale, reach both arms up overhead. And exhale, release. We're going to keep our left foot down on the mat. Left knee is bent. Right foot is going to plant to the outside of your left knee. Take both arms, reach them up overhead. We're twisting over to the right side. Left elbow hooks to the outside of your right knee. For a nice twist, should feel really good in your hips. Inhale up through center. Find the counter stretch. Both palms come down. We lower our chest down to the mat. Exhale, press and lift it up. Wiggle your right foot out so that your knees are as close stacked on top of each other as you can get them. If they're farther away from each other, that's fine. Just get them as close together as you can with your legs stacked on top of each other. Reach both arms up overhead. Inhale and exhale, forward fold over your legs. I won't lie to you guys, I have low camera battery, so we're going to have a short stretch so we don't have the camera die on us. Slowly roll it all the way up and just switch sides. Right foot comes to the bottom, right knee is bent, left foot steps to the outside of your right knee. Take an inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Exhale, twist over to the left side, right elbow hooks to the outside of your left knee. And we're pressing into your knee with your elbow for a nice twist. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Both palms come down to the mat for a counter stretch. Lower your chest down. Exhale, press to lift. Both arms reach up. We're walking our right foot out, stacking our knees on top of each other as much as we can, and forward fold over your legs. Take an inhale and an exhale. Slowly roll it all the way up. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat. Reach both arms up overhead. Grab onto your left wrist with your right hand and pull over to the right side. Pull your left shoulder back. Maybe your gaze goes under your left shoulder. You should feel the opening on the left side of your body. Up through center, switch sides, and pull over The left side. Up through center. Take one big breath in, reach your arms up overhead. Big breath out, sigh it out. One more inhale. Connect your palms and bring them down to heart center on your exhale. Clap it up for yourselves. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions of what you want to see next, I've been trying to use less props because I get a lot of comments saying, I don't have this, so I want to make it as accessible as possible. But if there is a big request for props, I will mix in some of those videos so that there's something for everyone. Just a general update on my life. I am hosting a retreat for a day, November 8th here in Miami. So if you've ever wanted to go for a retreat, but have not been able to travel and you're down here in South Florida, I would love to have you. It's going to be Pilates, matcha, yoga, sound bath, lunch, pool time, all the things, face sculpting, and of course, all of the goodies. The information will be down in the description below, and you get to use the discount code STUDENT since you're joining me here on YouTube. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.